and I really find it hard to believe. Well, I mean, I've had all these former top JAG officers on saying this is police state, martial law. The news admits that's what's being set up. They've built FEMA camps. It's in the news. Millions of plastic coffins. And we know this has been quietly being built and designed over decades. And all these states are revolting against it. And then I talk to the military, and it's just, oh, no, this is for overseas, or we're only here to help with, I mean, don't you admit this could be used dual use and could acclimate the local citizenry and the population to have their guns confiscated? I mean, that's what happened in New Orleans.
All I can tell you is what our intent is, and our intent is to provide prepared soldiers so they're ready to go when it comes time for them to go someplace very dangerous, for them to not only do their mission successfully, but survive and come home to their families. Those are the things that we do and what we see.
Did you hear about Governor Blagojevich 4 months ago before he got disgraced, saying they were going to use the National Guard in Illinois for door-to-door gun confiscation?
That's a different place. We're talking about Iowa here, not Illinois.
But you know about the new Pentagon directive for a unified force basically taking away the state control of the National Guard. I mean, that word for word what Robert Gates says they're doing.
With respect to politics, again, I'm going to stay out of politics with you. That's not my job.
Okay, we got a break, sir. We got a break, Colonel. We got a break. But, I mean, this is not politics. This is your oath we're talking about. Just stay there, please, sir.
Phase 1 of the insider's plan for a one-world government has been initiated with the recent bailout. International bankers and power brokers have engineered the current crisis to create a new currency and a new world bank to act as savior. But we've only seen the beginning. Their next engineered crisis will be on a scale never before seen in modern times. Shortages and empty shelves will spread fear and panic across the land. The insiders have discovered that they must control two things to seize total power. Phase 1 is a one-world currency, which we are currently being prepared to accept. Phase 2 of their insidious plan is complete control of our food supplies. Go to www.foodshortageusa.com for the details. That's www.foodshortageusa.com to learn how to prepare for the unthinkable. Don't wait for empty shelves. Learn how to make your own survival foods for pennies on the dollar. Go to foodshortageusa.com or call 877-327-0365. That's 877-327-0365.
Now, from the makers of Loose Change, the most downloaded film in internet history, comes the long-awaited release of Loose Change Final Cut, an entirely new 2-hour film that completely destroys the official fable forever. Loose Change Final Cut hopes to be a catalyst for a new independent investigation in which family members receive answers to their questions and the true perpetrators of this horrendous crime are brought to justice. Loose Change Final Cut is the ultimate 9/11 expose. From hijackers being trained at U.S. military bases to bombs in the buildings, Loose Change Final Cut is the one 9/11 film everyone must see. Secure your copy of Loose Change Final Cut today at Infowars.com or PrisonPlanet.com. While you're visiting the online video store, be sure to check out the huge discounts on films like Endgame, Blueprint for Global Enslavement, America, Freedom to Fascism, and hundreds of other titles. We're in a no-holds-barred information war. Truth is our weapon, and PrisonPlanet.com has the tools you need to take the fight back to Big Brother.
You don't have to be in the military to enjoy military surplus savings. Right now at MaineMilitary.com, you'll find savings on the top must-have military supplies. M10 gas masks for $12 or 3 for $30. Gas mask hoods $4 or 3 for $10. Mask filters $6 or 3 for $15. Save big on British chemical suits, only $12. Israeli gas masks $20. Trigger finger gloves $5 a pair or $36 a dozen. Snowshoe binding for $8 or $48 a dozen, and so much more. Even hard-to-find surplus items, all at surplus prices. Preparing the whole family has never been so affordable at MaineMilitary.com. MaineMilitary.com, one of the last surviving true surplus stores in the country. Shop now at MAINE Military.com or call 877-608-0179. That's 877-608-0179 today.
No matter how hard you try, you can't stop us now. No matter how hard you try, you can't stop us now.
Colonel, are you guys going to have any live ammo, or will it be blanks, flashbangs? We've seen other drills where the Army blows up cars here in Texas, and then the mayor announces they've really been attacked by terrorists with a PSYOP, and then a day later announced they hadn't in Belton. What's going on with the ammo?
I mean, it really depends on where it is that we're training and what the actual task is. Generally in training, we use blank ammunition, and only under very carefully controlled circumstances at a facility that can really handle a lot of live ammunition would we go to a live fire exercise. But generally in the state of Iowa, while we're training, it's always with some kind of blank ammunition.
Generally, so that means sometimes you do have live ammo.
We do not train in Iowa with live ammunition. We do range fire here, which is to make sure that you're proficient on your particular weapons that you're assigned. But other than that, we don't do live fire training exercises here in Iowa.
Well, you're pretty informed on all these issues. Obviously, you're right in the middle of it. Did you hear about the mainstream news articles about Marines in California and other places helping at DWI checkpoints with citizens? Would that violate posse comitatus?
I'm not aware of that. With respect to active duty military, that's called Title 10 when you're on active duty, and they're not allowed to participate in certain kinds of operations under the Posse Comitatus Act.
We got secret memorandums at an Army checkpoint in I-35 back in 1998. It's in my film Police State 2: The Takeover. And the FBI showed up because the Army was telling us to get out of there, so they called the FBI, and the guy gave us the cover sheet, but actually stapled secret memorandum marked restricted, 477 counties saying, we want to help you with warrant service at homes. We're here to help you. Do you guys have secret memorandums like that in Iowa?
No, we don't participate in those kind of operations.
You ever heard of any other states doing that?
I have not.
What about like even this National Guard, like in Alabama, comes out to sporting events and searches people's bags and things? Do you guys participate in that?
No, we do not.
Like the Army at the Super Bowl searching people, you guys don't take part in that?
No, we don't take part in that.
Does that sound like freedom to you all over the country to have the National Guard at big events like at the Kentucky Derby and the Super Bowl searching bags?
Well, I think if you're talking about keeping Americans safe, it's our job to do whatever we can to help them with that. And if our job happens to be to detect weapons of mass destruction or other kinds of things that could harm a great deal of people, that's what we do. You know, certainly, again, we absolutely believe in the Constitution, and you won't find better patriots than people in the National Guard.
Last time I was down in Central America, there was military out searching people. I mean, to me, is that the classic image of freedom? You know, keeping us safe from WMDs, searching 3-year-olds' purses? Because we have photos of that.
Well, I mean, all I can tell you is what we do here in Iowa and what we see in our operations. For instance, we were just asked to take part in the inauguration in Washington, D.C. Our job there was to help make sure people got in the right places, make sure that people were safe, and those are the kinds of missions that we're generally asked to do.
But you're saying that's not a violation of posse comitatus to have the National Guard, now completely federalized, searching people's bags?
No, I didn't say that. In fact, what I can tell you about the Iowa National Guard is we're generally in a state status on operations, unless, of course, we're deployed for war, then we'd be in a federal status. But generally, if we're going to work here in the United States somewhere, we're generally on a state status of some kind, which is not a federal status. Are
you guys getting a lot of phone calls about this right now?
We actually have gotten a number of phone calls about this, but I think the biggest misnomer is once people find out that the actual mission is about replicating training so we can go to war, then they're okay with that.
So after folks...
But I think it's a misconception that has anything to do with other than combat readiness.
Yeah, well, I've seen the documents, interviewed folks above your pay grade, Lieutenant Colonel. I'm sorry to tell you, you are wrong. And you're being acclimated yourself. The police are being acclimated. The local community's being acclimated. For martial law, the FEMA camps are now public. No more denial. Lieutenant Colonel Greg Hapgood, we appreciate your time. We ask you to live up to your oath.
Thanks for your opportunity.
Thank you. Take care. We'll be back tomorrow live, actually back Sunday, and rebroadcast starts now.
Thank you for listening to GCN. Visit GCNlive.com today.
Hello, friends. This is Alex Jones. I've told you for a long time it's important to be self-sufficient, and today that's more important than ever. We need to be independent, and food and water is the key. You'll never have to stand in a bread line if you have your own bread. You'll never have to go to the Superdome and beg for FEMA to take care of your family in any emergency if you simply prepare. No one is going to take care of your family in the final equation but you. You know eFoodsDirect.com is still able to ship storable food that's safe from E. coli, salmonella, genetic alteration, or Chinese imports. And they do it at almost half the cost of last year's grocery prices. Call 1-800-409-5633. Or on the web, go to eFoodsDirect.com.
Visit eFoodsDirect.com and look over the fine list of high-quality, freeze-dried, and dehydrated foods they have to offer. Watch the free videos, look at their online catalog, or give them a call at 1-800-409-5633. Again, 800-409-5633, or on the web at eFoodsDirect.com. Take action today. The first step is getting storable food.